So one day out, what are my thoughts? We pushed the food a little bit heavier yesterday. I'm gonna back off today and just kind of let her, depending on where she sits after this next meal, I may even actually take and have her train today just to move a little bit of glycogen. This is like always the hard part as a coach, is when you're like 2 days out, 3 days out or whatever, you're always like, I want to put this look on stage. And so this was part of the process, was I gave her a little bit more food yesterday in terms to fill up glycogen. We're gonna let Logan in because he walked and got me toothpaste. We were rushing yesterday, and you're on camera. Welcome to the hello world. Yeah. Yeah, I fucking forgot toothpaste yesterday, so like a degenerate, I brushed my teeth with no toothpaste yesterday. Ew. And I feel absolutely disgusting. So Logan went and grabbed toothpaste. But yeah, like what I was saying with Jess is like, she looks awesome. The look yesterday was how I want her to step on stage, but I know that leading up in the process is kind of like, this is part of it. So it's just reminding yourself that a lot can happen in 24 hours, and was part of the plan. So today we'll back off the food. She has food. And then today we'll just let the water kind of clear. She also went to bed a lot later last night, so we'll be aiming to send her to bed a bit earlier and then also a bit lighter. So if I send you to bed at what I'm assuming is around that 124 and a half or something, 124.4, you wake up at 121.6 like you did after your travel day, and you were really tight that morning. You were really full this morning, but that's the look I want to put on stage after one meal. Yeah. So I want to give you food and water and bring you up to 123 and hold the look there. So you had all the glycogen. We fat loaded you at the beginning of the week to make sure that the food sticked. And then yesterday we gave you food. Today we're going to back off of the food, and I'm going to send you to bed at that like 124 and a half. Somewhere around there. We're clear 2.5 pounds overnight. You'll eat a small meal for breakfast. You looked best at about 45 ounces of water before you will step on stage tomorrow. So we'll space that out over the time before you go on stage. Yeah. So somewhere around like a liter from the time you wake up to the time you go on stage. Somewhere around there. You know, like that would be like.
I don't have like coffee or anything either. So I feel like if I have coffee, like it might like make me anxious.
Right today?
Tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, if you want to have coffee, you can. If you think it's gonna do that, then no, we won't. Yeah, but that's.
A couple sips, but I'm not like
yeah.
I get shot of espresso usually in the morning.
Okay. So yeah, we could do that. That's what I'm aiming is like, if we wake up somewhere between 121.6 to 122.2, you're able to have a smaller meal, drink your fluids into the show, and then you'll just step on stage right at like 122.8, 123, and we'll hold you there. That's right where your best look was at. You're really tight at between 121 and 122, but you're not like extremely full.
Yeah.
So that's what I was looking at yesterday. Is I kept looking at like your fasted look and then your meal one look, and your meal one looked better, and then post training you were 122.8, and so that's like after having a pump and everything like that. So we just have to take into consideration you are going to deplete some glycogen and things like that. So we'll see if it will be like one meal or two smaller meals, just depending on like timing before going on stage. All right, so we're here at Iron Religion. This isn't fucking nostalgic because the last time I was here, I had my worst placing ever. It's probably bad luck. We'll cut that. But yeah, so we're here. This is like the part where we're trying to figure out how to balance things. So I get that probably the most, right? Like most people, as they start getting higher up, become coaches and become better coaches. So yeah, they're trying to figure out how to balance both. And right now, I'm not training tomorrow, so it kind of lines up perfectly because I really just have like a fucking arm day. It's not a session I have to be really locked in. But yeah, so we're gonna go in here, train some arms real quick. Cam will get like 2 sets. Can't tell you the secret as to how I'm getting fucking huge. And yeah, but Iron Religion Gym. What? Don't go there. Come to MI40. No, don't go to MI40. Come here. Yeah, don't go to MI40. Don't fucking show up in my gym. So as most of you probably know, I'm a big logbook guy, and I've kind of stopped logging arms just because progression's very minimal each week, and I just wasn't enjoying it. So I tried to get it on my head, stop worrying about logging stuff so much for arms specifically, because the smaller muscle group, like, you just improve tempo at a certain point. That's an improvement. So I'm just trying to enjoy training arms, and I think I've seen a pretty good response. So when I come in now, it's a lot of supersets, giant sets, a lot of sets. I was just doing 2 sets before. Now I do like 4 sets per exercise, and I'm just chasing a pump. Like, that's all I'm trying to do, is just get as much blood flow in there and stop worrying about progressing the load so much. And I've seen a pretty good response, and it kind of gave me a mental relief rather than coming in and stressing so much of like needing to see numbers improve. So I can't say that's always the case, but it's working right now. So we'll see how it looks at the end of this push. As I talked about already, I was very glued to the logbook for such a long time. Like most people, what you see immediate success in is typically the way that you like to stay. And it makes sense. What ain't broke, don't change. But I'm going into my 3rd push since I stepped off the Chicago Pro stage last year. And I was honestly just like, I've been away from the stage so long, been out of prep so long, struggling to mentally stay locked in. And it was, at a certain point, food got so high, I'd come into the gym and I'd be extremely fucking lethargic. And it wasn't like I didn't want to train, I just didn't want to move in general because I was so much food. And so then I stopped really enjoying training. So I still enjoy tracking my big lifts, but like on arms and just in general, whether you're a competitor or lifestyle, it's huge that you enjoy what you're doing, because that's going to be long-term sustainable. So now with arm training, for me, I'm not even taking my fucking phone out, just listening to the music that's playing, and I'm just coming in and just kind of going with like the feel of things, and I just want to get a crazy pump, and I'm enjoying it more, which in turn is like allowing more effort, because we all know, it'd be like if you fucking hate math, it's your worst subject, right? Doesn't matter if you're fucking, like, you could be good at math, but just because you hate it, you're gonna give less effort. So because I'm enjoying this more, I'm coming in and I'm giving more effort, and I think the results are better as well. And you can apply that for everything, but if you're my client, don't fucking just intuitively train. You're not there yet. You still have 3 meals, which is good, but we need to push you up another 3 pounds. So that's it. So this meal will probably be like 50 carbs, and then we'll kind of assess from there. All right. So yeah, I'm glad you moved though. You're sharp again. The lighting here's messing the picture up. But yeah, you're sharp. You're good. We're just gonna fill you up a little bit more. So you've had just 30 carbs today. That's it. That's fine. But again, like, the whole reason behind that was we went to bed really late.
Yeah.
You woke up really heavy. So I was like, let's clear all the water out and everything like that, which clearly we've done at this point. And then we can put some food back in, and we'll find the sweet spot of sending you to bed at like that 124 marker. And we're way too light, which is fine. I kind of expected this morning we were going to clear some water. There's a little bit of cortisol spike from yesterday because we ran behind. We got into the Airbnb really late just because, meal timing got pushed back. So typically she eats at 9. She ended up being like 10:30. Didn't go to bed till 11:30. She's usually in bed by 10. So obviously that window of clearance from last night to this morning was not as much flushing or diuresis. So she woke up a bit heavier at 123. That's where I want to put her on stage at. So that means I need to be able to her to have a little bit of water before she goes on stage, and she needs to be able to have a meal. So if she's waking up right where she needs to be at, which 123 is her best look weight-wise, then I'm not going to be able to feed her. And I want to have her have at least 1 meal before she goes on stage so that as she poses and stuff, she doesn't start flattening out. So that means I need to have her wake up about, That was not supposed to be to Cam.
Should say.
Yeah, I was sent Jess's check-ins to Cam. But yeah, so I need to go ahead and push the food up and send her to bed at 124. So that her being able to diet, go out and or not diet. Too much noise going on. I'm losing my train of thought here. Her going and doing not cardio training cleared some of that diuresis up, and then pushed that water out, which is perfect. So now we can push the water or the food back up, fill the muscle back out, bring her up to that 124.5 area. She has about a 2.6 to 2.8 clearance overnight. Carbs are not going to allow that clearance to happen so much. We'll also bump the fats just a touch, and that will make the food stick.
Regular tanning? Yeah.
This is probably the first time that I think the tan has gone quicker than the actual check-in will go.
Really?
Yeah. Jess, you were in and out.
Yeah, there's no...
All right, so I want to hear everyone. Jess, your team Coke or team Pepsi? Cam?
Coke.
Coke. And obviously Logan's team's Pepsi. This is how this whole argument started.
There's no ice.
Well, fucking... Sorry, they'll both taste like shit then. So we're going to do a blind taste test right now. He's behind me. And we're going to do a sip of each. And obviously, you're going to be able to taste the difference. Because it's such distinct taste, right? Like, I feel like anyone can tell them apart. But I just hope I don't look like a dumbass on camera.
Yeah.
Like, with my luck, I'm going to be like, oh, this fucking Coke's amazing. It's going to be fucking Pepsi. But, yeah, so comment below. Let me know if you're Team Coke, Team Pepsi, and if you're Team Pepsi, get the fuck out. All right.
So what is it again?
Pepsi Zero? Is it Pepsi Zero?
PZ, Pepsi Zero.
And then Coke,
Coke Zero?
Yeah.
All right. I feel like this one's Coke.
We'll just taste
Just
them.
off the color. I feel like this one's Coke.
Okay.
This is Coke, 100%.
Okay, try that one.
Yeah, it's 100%. This is Coke. The right one was Coke?
Yeah.
Yeah, see? It's such a distinct difference.
Okay, so what's better?
Coke. 100%. What do you mean? I was right.
No. Pepsi.
I will say the Pepsi is better than I thought it was going to be. I will drink this.
There's just a little, I don't know, like, at the end of the sip of the Pepsi, it's just like,
There's
got a little bit more
There he is, yeah.
taste value.
I don't like that. Not taste value. A little bit more crack. Kind of how that look was last night and all the weeks leading into the show and what that yielded the next morning. So based off of that, I'll dictate. But right now I'm thinking she's going to need a bit more food because as I mentioned, and the other thing is like I don't want her to eat a lot on show day. So we'll kind of go from there, but if this continues the rate that she's at, she's probably going to go to bed lighter than she has the last couple days. You only have what, like 20 ounces of fluid left?
Yeah.
Yeah. So 20 ounces, you do the math there, that's about 1.5 pounds that she should go up. You're 122.
Yes.
And then we'll do the math in terms of how much food I'm going to give you. So for this meal, the breakdown we have is 113 plus 180 grams of rice plus another 10 grams of macnut oil. So that's 303 divided by 28. So that's 10 ounces plus you have 20 ounces. So it's about literally 30 ounces. So 30 divided by 16 ounces in a pound should push her up 1.875 pounds. So that's only going to send her to bed around 124. And that's where I'm kind of getting that math, which is where we wanted her at, 124. But it's still going to be just below. And so I'm thinking that probably she's going to need about another 10 grams of carbs, which will be about another ounce, and that will push it up to that 124-ish. That's why I'm kind of getting the thought process there. It's a lot of math, but when you actually break it down into numbers, you can actually look at the rate of diuresis. So she just had 30 ounces of water and dropped weight from this one to the last. So 30 ounces of water is, there's 16 ounces a pound. It's about 2 pounds. So in mathematical, if she didn't pee at all, she should just gain about 1.8 pounds, and she dropped more. So the rate of flushing is increasing. Okay. So we're going to give her a meal and kind of go from there. Food definitely helped.
Yeah.
Send those to yourself. So.
It brought you up to 180 carbs on the day, and your glutes look a lot fuller. You're flat, and so what was happening is, like, instead of having it evenly distributed with all the carbs, I was trying to flush the water from last night because we went to bed so late.
Mm-hmm.
But then what happened was, with you having a normal bowel movement and then moving everything around, it ended up pushing so much water throughout the day, and then you ended up being flat. So now we had a ton of diuresis. So tomorrow what should happen is you should be really dry and full from all the food that we just had backloaded throughout the day.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So like we flushed a ton of water, and then now we're gonna go ahead and you'll glisten, like she's like glistening right now. Do you see from the tan? Is it hot under that light?
No.
Okay.
No, I feel like the air conditioning's right there.
So I talked to one of my friends who, he had a girl who went on last year for amateur Olympia, and she won her class. And he said she didn't go until 12:30. $50 grams of cream of rice, and you do the 4 ounces, you mix it for the cream of rice.
Yeah. You want that?
Yeah, that's fine.
So why are you giving her that meal?
She can still be fuller, and I'm debating on bumping the sodium just to hold the fullness. The electrolytes with the sodium should help with keeping everything in the right spot. So if we're not going to give her water, I still want her hydrated. I'm going to have you go ahead and get your meals on hand as well to take with us. So we'll bring 3 ounces of chicken and like 200 grams of rice. Just have them separated on hand. That way we can, if we need to, we can put whatever meal we need to have backstage or whatever.
Yeah.
Very excited. That's all I'm ready.
That's all I got for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, so 5th national show.
4th national show.
4th national.
4th pro qualifying show.
So you've done 5 shows, and so 4 of them were national qualifiers?
Yeah.
Or 4 of them were national shows?
Yeah. She's
Yeah.
done more national shows than regional shows.
Yeah.
Because you're just good like that, huh?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Got really, really tight this morning, so I'm excited, anxious. I probably get more nervous for competitors than myself, honestly, when I step on stage. I think that probably has to do with the fact that I'm the one making the decisions. So, yeah, we'll fucking see. I mean, she looks awesome. It's definitely her best look. She's tight, and there's not a lot of hamstring separation, which is what they want in bikini. They don't want to see like striated guitar string hamstrings, and tie-ins are popping. So yeah, it's gonna be a long day, and that's like the annoying part.
She'll probably go on at like what, 12?
Yeah, 1 p.m. My friend who did the show last year with like a bikini competitor who was in the class before her said that she didn't go till 12:30. It's currently 8:45.
What do you have her doing right now, as far as?
Right now, we just ate a meal. It was about 40 carbs. So she's getting a little bit of coffee this morning just to keep the flushing process going, and then we reduced protein intake just it's not needed this morning. So yeah, we're gonna try and what the fuck is this guy doing? we're gonna drop her off, and then she's gonna have probably about 2 hours. So I told her to take the tripod, take everything with her. That way, if I need to assess her again after she gets her makeup done or whatever, because hair's second, then she's able to. But Jess is gonna run in. She's got 15 minutes before they close. So, Jess, I'm gonna let you out here. I'm not even gonna try and go through that shit.
Talk to you later.
Imagine they can have the amateur Olympia here, and when you pay for parking, she asks what event you're here for. That's how big this building is. It's unreal. If you guys are watching this, fucking figure out your parking situation. Down in the front.
Turn to the back, please. Face front. 151 and 152, switch please.
Let's go, Jess! Let's go! It's not even close! Let's go!
One more time, turn to the back.
That side blue, Jess! Yes!
Yeah. You're perfect! Perfect! Let's go! There you go!
Face front.
All you, Jess!
Great job, ladies. Thank you.
Yes!
Let's go! Let's go!
69, 82, 144.
So, fucking split center. I haven't eaten today. I literally just went pee, and my pee was the color as if I was competing and haven't drank water in 24 hours. So, I'm gonna go back, eat. We're gonna all go back. I'm gonna assess her, probably take like a 30-minute break, and then come right back here. Just because of the fact of I don't want to deal with her rushing to get here again. Finals was supposed to be done 15 minutes ago. They still had 2 more bikini classes to do, which includes call-outs, comparisons, and then they have wellness to do, which is 4 classes. I don't know if they're going to take a break, but I'm not going to play the guessing game, especially when we're like 4 minutes from the convention center. So, yeah, nerves are finally starting to come down. It's, geez, I don't even know what to say really. I told Jess to stay off Instagram. I'm gonna do the same just because I already saw one of my clients, Anita, tagged something from the live stream, and I just don't want to get in my head. I don't want her to get in her head. I want to be able to make accurate assessments from what I'm seeing, not based off of what was there this morning. But she came out, first call out, started on the outside, immediately moved to the middle. It is a 6-person call out, so that doesn't mean shit, unfortunately. So we got to come back better at finals, which is always the goal. But yeah, so next clip you're gonna see, we're gonna assess her back at the Airbnb and go from there. Back at the venue, what was it, like 2 hours later? Not even, an hour and a half maybe. I tried to sleep for like 30 minutes, and I tried to eat a meal, and I almost threw up. My anxiety is through the roof right now. And that's good to an extent. Like, it's great to know that you're present and things are real. And like, if you didn't care, if you weren't, it's like literally like Seablum says, pressure is a privilege. So this is 100% a privilege to be walking back into finals and know that we're in the mix to potentially win our class and achieve our goal. So it's obviously a really big blessing to have that feeling. However, it doesn't change the fact that, like, I've had one meal today because my stomach is so uneasy, and barely any water. So yeah, I'm just ready to get this over with. You know, at this point, work's done. She got way tighter from Prejudge. The photos say it, and we could see it. She dropped about another ½ pound, and it was all water. So I'm really happy. You know, at this point, like I said, the work's done. It's really comes down to what the judges want that day, and we put our best foot forward, and we're just hoping that that's what they want. So we'll see. I need to give her some food. She's a little flat right now. But you ate it what time?
2 hours ago.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, no, at least an hour and a half ago. Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
You have another probably 30, 45 minutes to go, if not more. Another hour. They're doing overall.
Probably more than that.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's do a meal. Oh. Yeah, she just needs a little food. She's a little flat. It's been a bit. You look tight though.
152, Jessica McGuire. And 153, Abernell Modest. You don't like me, but you want my brand. How you look, how you feel? I'm a boss, I'm a brat, hard to handle. I'm a real life mood, a real life news. Got some pretty in my sandals. I can't help I was born like this. Ain't my fault. Thank you, Abernell. All right. Now you gotta listen while I pop my Open Class F, let's get some winners. Starting with your 5th place winner, number 151, Kenyi Vanessa Locke. In 4th place, number 147, Romina Dorotea. Your 3rd place winner, number 153, Abernell Modest. Second place, number 152, Jessica McGuire. And your winner, Open Class F, number 128, Sharon Ramos.
Amazing. And there's nothing more that I could have asked for because you did everything. Oh, what to say? Yeah, I don't really know what to say at this point. You know, I'm extremely proud of Jess. This was just, this was a warm-up show that we jumped in, and we did a rushed prep. And it was originally because she had been away from the stage for almost a year by the originally planned show, which is in, was it 5 weeks? 5-6 weeks? And I said, okay, well, if we're gonna do a show to get your feet wet, let's go ahead and do the amateur Olympia where you at least have a chance to go pro. And she did have a chance, and I'm extremely proud of her. We brought her best look. This one probably stings the most because of the sheer fact of, you know, North Americans, when she got 3rd, she wasn't really in the mix to get her pro card. She was in the mix in terms of that first call out, but she was not splitting center. Here, if you were to ask me, and probably anyone in the show, if she would have beat the girl, well, I mean, it makes sense. If she would have beat the girl who won her class, she probably would have won the whole show. And I don't say that being cocky or anything like that, because the girl who won her class won the whole show. So it would make sense that if she beat her, then she would win the overall. regardless, it doesn't really fucking matter. We came up short of the goal, and you know, I just want to make it very clear to Jess and Logan, Cam, all of you guys, I really appreciate you being here. You know, part of me feels like I let everyone else down, because I didn't want this one for me. Yeah, it's cool to turn people pro. It's cool to, you know, prep people and all that stuff, but the joy that you can see, or the pain that you can see when they step off stage, that's what, like, I do this for. So, you know, last year, Jess didn't really have any expectations. She was so ecstatic to just, in her third show, in her second show, even being the first call out, like, I called her extremely disappointed, and she was so happy. And I beat myself up for that for about 2 weeks. And then after North Americans, when Andrea went pro, you know, it was, Jess was the one that ate away at me. But this one, I was so confident that it was going to happen. Everyone agrees this was her best look, her most balanced look. She was extremely sharp. She was full. I grew as a coach during this prep. I learned a lot. I got to thank Cameron Cheek for that. He helped me a lot. So, like, you just want to win for your people. You want to win for your people. You know, the accolades and being able to say, like, oh, I've coached these people to their pro cards. I have this many overalls, this many wins. That's cool. Like, yeah, it's marketing and shit like that. Like, but I do this for my people, the people who believe in me, who believe that I can get them to their goal. So to feel like we came up a little short, that hurts. This one stings a lot. So I don't have much more to say. We came up short, and it hurts. And we'll regroup and go from there. This won't be the last that you see of us. I can promise you that. But I hope you guys enjoy the video. Thanks for watching.